Yep, I'm looking up to the right.
I don't know where the damn flag.
Looking up to the right. I'm like, where's the flagger? Oh, they're like 10 feet ahead of the row. But the people that are 30 feet to the left can't see it. But you know what? That is not for me to complain because I have a flat tire. I was like, oh gosh. You know, out of all the things that could happen, that was the last one that I was really all that too concerned about. Well, let's do the backstory. Backstory is I haven't raced or rode since the last race. So let's just say that's 3-4 weeks ago. And I did notice that the tire had a flat, but I have tubeless. And tubeless has been known to leak out over time, so I wasn't concerned at all. I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'll just air it up before. Oh, actually, I aired it up the night before. And then I woke up in the morning. I'm getting ready to load up the bike, and I'm like, oh, tire's flat again. Didn't think much about it because, you know, hey, I only need the air pressure for a 3-hour race. So I air up the bike again. This is a front tire, mind you. And so I go and I'm driving, and I get off the freeway, and I'm like, oh, here we go. I got a flat tire. So I go and I notice the bike's wobbling a tiny bit. I'm like, ooh, I bet the air pressure's low. And so I go and I stop, and yep, it went flat. I'm like, alright, I've only been driving for like 2.5 hours, and it's flat already. Alright, maybe I'll make it through the race. I'm starting to like worry a little bit. So literally, I pull up next to Chris, and I'm like, alright, yeah, everything's good, minus this little slow leak. And I'm spraying it down with some soapy water, and he's like, that's a little more than a slow leak. I was like, yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? So he gave me some good suggestions. I played around, and actually I think I played around with it so much that I ended up making it worse because my high pressure was holding up. It was my low pressure that wasn't holding air, and or holding air as long. So I go and I get the bright idea. I'm gonna put a little bit of sealant in there because I got like an air compressor that has a little bit of sealant that you just switch a little switch and it will plug it up with basically like fixed flat. So I was like, oh, you know, whatever little leak I'll have, because it's literally like leaking from the spoke, nipple, next to the valve, like a couple of different places, which is weird because when I installed tubeless for, I don't know, the very first 3-4 weeks of riding, it held air like super perfect, better than my last install. So I don't know, Battle Creek did a job. But anyways, I go and I take it for a ride, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, you know, this has got to work. This is going to seal any problems I might have around the rim. Get that new bike to scream a tiny bit. I just need to be more aggressive. I was like wanting to pass this guy, but I was kind of like more wait for opportunity rather than making it happen. But then again, I am racing on a flat tire. So I wasn't trying to watch out the front end and myself also. But anyways, so I go for a quick little 5-minute ride, and I'm all positive. Yeah. And as soon as I pull back to the little parking spot, it just goes, and all the sealant leaks out, so it's just spraying all over. Oh, we connect bars there for a second. Sorry about that, bud. And yeah, so I don't know. But I'll tell you what, racing on a flat tire, this front one on this particular terrain, let's just say the grass and the sand and the softer stuff wasn't really that bad. I honestly could not tell I had a flat tire. It was in the back of my head the whole time, but we did take I borrowed from Chris, Chris gave me 4 huge Mondo freaking zip ties, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna put them around the tire and the rim because I've seen this in some videos. And last thing I want to do is have my my tire come off the rim during a race, because that would kind of suck trying to get it back. And this log, I don't know, freaking. I was being impatient, but then I was trying to get patient, and then I just kind of like totally biffed this log, and I was like, golly. I'm the one that usually complains about this, and there was a nice little line to the left. I should have just went around it or did this one with a little bit more speed. Oh well. These are just some clips. I made it about maybe 45 minutes racing, and oh man, it's my favorite course of the year. And I had to get a flat tire. It was too stubborn. Oh my god. So I was like, I drove 3 hours and 20 minutes. I paid my registration fees. I paid to get in. I'm racing. I don't care if I'm racing on a flat tire. They're like, oh, hope your rim don't get bent. I'm like, oh, yeah, I hope so too. Which it wore off a little tiny bit of the paint. And the tire had moved back a tiny bit, like maybe 2-3 inches, just from the bead lock probably not holding and everything. But I was all pretty happy with it and everything. I think I'm just gonna tube it for now. I have a heavy duty tube that I used to run, and it's been sitting there collecting dust. And I wish I would have walked this motocross track. Oh, alright. We're tired. We're done talking about inner tubes. I wish I would have walked this motocross track, because I had heard there were some tabletops in here, and I remembered more doubles the last time, so I was like kind of in the back of my head, even though I only wanted to kind of do a lap, I was thinking to myself, okay, if I go over this the first time being cautious, then when I get around the second time, I'll just go and freaking know what's what. So I was kind of like trying to pay attention, but all for all, I didn't do a good job, because I didn't end up getting back to the motocross track. But it was a perfect day. It was like, I don't know, maybe 60 something. Nice. Look at those skies. Blue skies, a little tiny bit of cloud. My mom drove from up north to come visit, say hi to me. So that was nice. Let's see. Stanko came out. Like I said, Chris and his family was there. What else did I see? I seen, I'm not sure if you guys know Penny and Jeff, but I got to see them. I can't remember their son's name right now, but they used to race District 14 back when I first started racing. And his wife Penny would always be so nice, like, oh, great video. And I was like, hey, thank you. And then they went and started racing GNCC. So I haven't seen them a little bit here and there. And then all of a sudden at registration, I'm sitting there and I'm like, boom, there they are. So we got to catch up a little bit. So that's always nice. Seeing someone we haven't seen in a minute. Nice family. But yeah, Jeff was killing it down there in the GNCC. I'm Facebook friends with them, and boom, podium finish. Boom, podium finish. Father and son, podium finish. I'm like, golly, that's good for them. Well, I sound like something. Oh, thank you. Oh, actually, I have not recorded this video because I edited it, and I was just tired and whooped from this race a little bit. Just still haven't got back to myself 100%. Although this hill, I won't say call it a hill climb, but this hill area was pure and utter chaos, and with that tire issue, and really just it rained the day before, so it was kind of like how should I say it? It was like leaves with just like some sort of slick surface underneath it, because I was just spinning. I could do nothing on this hill. And then we're getting rerouted, and the reroute is about as bad as trying to go up, which I guess I should have tried a little bit longer, but I just have this thing right now where I have a certain amount of energy. Once I use it all up, I'm just wasted. But hear that 300 scream! Oh, this, I want to say this 24 gets into the power band really nice. Seems like the other one you do have power valve settings that I never really adjusted, but I give this one the gas. It's going. You guys know I like to ride like a guy, a gear. I can't talk, I'm so excited. A gear higher, so. Really would have loved to do the enduro section, but I was like thinking about all the rocks and everything from last year, and I was like, nope, can't do it. Maybe if it was logs and no cement, but for some reason I thought there was some cement or rocks or something in there, so didn't do it. And here's the bad news. I'm actually not going to be able to make it to Valley Trail Riders on Saturday, or Sunday. It's Friday right now, so yeah, it sucks. But as an adult, I have responsibilities, and to be honest with you, my body's still kind of whooped. I sound like an old man, but then again, I will be the big 5-0 next year. 50. Oh, time flies when you're having fun. See, if I was aggressive, I would have gunned it, but he was going to. Oh, here's how I missed the bypass. So I was talking with Chris, and I thought originally the downhill was closed. So I wasn't even really looking for it. And so right here, like I just kind of like gunned it, and I did see that there was signs there, but the signs were so small that I couldn't see what it said, and I was like, okay, guess I'm going this way. And to the left there was the downhill, which used to be the uphill from last year. But it's probably worked out good because I would have been locking up the rear tire and then trying to just go on and off with the front brake. And who knows how that would have turned out. Oh, I just wanted to ride this. So, even though this front tire is flat, suspension was feeling good. I was feeling like super confident, which I really thought I was going to struggle for however long I made it, because I was going to have the front end moving. It's just going to be like almost dangerous, to continue on. And I was out there like, hey, what flat tire? I'm just going to go. It was a good time. I had a really good time for all the frustration earlier. And then literally, I think the last half hour, Stank was like, hey, I think it was Epic Motorsports is up there with tires, and I was like, no, don't tell me that. I literally been here all morning long fighting with this thing. It's like, go up there, come on. I was like, no, I'll just run it like this. And thinking back at it, Stanko, yeah, I should have listened to you and went up there and have him throw in a tube really quick, but so stubborn sometimes. Oh, here we go. Okay. I swear, hare scramble racing is somewhat like just good decision. I mean, of course, being fast, but a good decision or two really comes a long way. I was behind the back of the pack, and I'm like looking, they're going slow. Someone probably stalled out, and I see this huge log, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just go for the log. Then I see a big, wide, flat board going up to the log. I can like totally just run right over it. So, boop, boop, I went over. Listen to this guy in front of me. Let's see if he's still doing it. Oh, he was going downhill. I think he was just kind of like keeping the bike from stalling out, but he's vroom, 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 vroom. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? I don't know. Someone tell me. What's that technique there? I didn't want to get stuck in this stuff. I was like, all right, let's keep it moving. There's a wipe for you guys. Wipe. Oh yes, bridges. This was a bad decision there. I mean, not horrible, but it was one of those sliders, the way those branches were down on the ground. Just going down, going through, being careful. This is somewhere where a nice good root could put me in the creek. And this right here, this view right here, this is what makes just part of it that makes this like track of the year for me. There is stuff here that you just can't get any other track. I'm looking around for my options. It's kind of soft here. Not bad. Not bad. Where'd you come from? I slid out just a tiny bit there. That could have been like one of those slide to a little whiskey throttle to the 300 in the river or creek. Oh, come on, creek. Ooh, I did get my MRI results back from my shoulder. I have to get with my doctor though, because they throw so much technical jingo in there. Then I'm like halfway searching everything that they're putting in there, but not great, but doesn't look horrible. So I think that let's go with possibly some physical therapy and a small possibility of surgery. So. I'm looking at all the chaos ahead of me. Oh wait, no, I'm not there. Yeah, I am. See, there's a choo-choo train to the left. And I'm like, oh, there's a line right here. It must be bad, but let's see if we can do it. And there was a lot of deep ruts right there. And this guy, man, he just came out like, yeah, let's get it, buddy. I'm trying, you can hear it spinning. So not only did I make a mistake with the front tire, I literally got so sidetracked messing with that thing that I forgot to let the air out of my back tire. So I'm literally rolling with like about 20 PSI back there, which I'm actually surprised I was doing as good as I was doing, because I usually run about 6 PSI. And it wasn't until I was like not getting any traction on this hill that I was like, you know what? Let me let a little air pressure. I think I cut the clip, but I literally found a twig on the side, broke it, and then I'm letting out some air on the side. So this was right here, the start to the end of my race. So everyone stuck up on this hill. I didn't even I got like a little bit, but I didn't get as far as I wanted to on the hill because everyone was like everywhere. Some of the good riders did come through though. They had the speed and they just like bop 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 and they're gone. I was like, dang, that's good. And I'm sitting there struggling to go freaking 3 feet. I just everywhere I went, spin, spin, spin. All right, so here's a insert my foot into my mouth moment. So yeah, let's talk a little smack. I come here, spin out, fall. I don't know what he said, but I didn't like what he said. So, but then I sit here and struggle in this one area. It's just super, super slick. Might look flat on the video, but trust me, it was no good at all. There's people just all over here trying to get up there. And what that guy was waiting for is, I think, an opening. But sometimes you wait too long for an opening, you're just not going to get it. You got to make it yourself. And that's what I thought I was going to do. Look, I'm walking the dog right here. And I'm just spinning. It's just horrible. And this is what starts sapping out my energy. Which, you know what? I'll throw the heart rate clip right here. So I think I have it a little bit in the future of the video, but yeah. So it got so bad that like I said, I usually don't take breaks, and my heart was pounding. Thought I fixed it more by getting off some medication I was on, because it said, hey, it can cause an increased heart rate. I was like, yeah, I'd say so. My heart rate's going crazy. Listen to your body. Like I said, mold. Listen to your body. Alright, had to do a quick little edit there. I'm sure you guys didn't want to see me sitting there for 5 minutes looking at the camera, huffing and puffing. So I got the bright idea, like, you know what? Since I'm sitting here, maybe I'll just try showing a little bit of the chaos on the hill with the camera really quick. There you can see people are still lined up back in that one spot. People are looking at me like, man, this stinks. Which I think a couple people told me they didn't have any problems, and I possibly might not have had any problems if I would have didn't have, because I'm racing in C-Class, so I'm going to assume that there's a lot of C-Class riders. The C-Class backup. Because last year I didn't have any problems at all, and I'm not sure how much they went and switched things. This guy's going around saying, hey, any way you can get up the hill, go ahead. And so that's why I was like starting to look, and I'm like, alright, let me get some energy, get back to it, and see which way I can go. I think that's a little rubber guy in front of me. Maybe. Yeah, they're just spinning, they're turning. I might have seen 3 to 4 guys make it up the hill from whenever I was sitting there, and that's someone coming from right where I'm at and actually making it through it. And there was like some weird lower line, and I don't know where these guys are coming from. I think just because everything was so slippery. That was my biggest problem. Whether or not having that 4 to 6 PSI in the back tire would have been beneficial enough to keep going, but I don't know. Usually I can power through this stuff, and I wasn't powering through nothing. It was just spin. So the amount of power I had didn't help me out at all. I definitely wasn't walking up like him. Wide throttle. Fall. So whatever it looks like on the camera, it was probably 2 to 3 times worse. Like steep. Which kind of makes me like wonder, sometimes you're watching Airsburg races and it looks super steep. It's probably even worse than what it looks like there. See, look at that. Can't even make it a spin, and then my back end just spun right out. No good. Look at that. Oh, I wish I would have kept on him. He was going for the gusto, and he made it. Oh, there it is. There's the, just get up the ridge. Alright, sounds good, sounds easy. I used up so much energy on this, I was just like, oh, this is, when I pretty much knew I was calling it a race, so I was like, alright, just let me get out of here. So slippery. That's the biggest problem. Slippery. So I'm like excited. Oh yeah, I'm moving. going. Taking it nice and slow, nothing too crazy. And then, bloop, somersault, tuck. I rate that a 6 out of a 10. Landing needs improvement. Yeah, there was a leafy low spot there, so I just like hit it and went. Breathing heavy. Golly, need to work out. Need to get in shape. Need to lose this extra weight. You don't see many heavyset bikers like me. You ever see the little drawing where or not drawing, it's like a photo and it shows like different size people and they're like, oh, you know, 2-stroke. And they show like a nice slim and shapewrecked guy. And they say 4-stroke, just a little bit heavier. They make their way up to like Harley Cruiser or something. Oh, there we go. There's the heart rate. Booming up. Topping off at 190.
Be real careful going down here. There's a bunch of...
Now, I wish I would say
okay, thanks.
that, actually, no. I'm happy to say that I didn't find those cinder blocks on the way down. That would have been really good. Right to the front rim. And then fall right on the cinder block. Oh, I would not have been happy. But, like I said, course of the year for me. I don't care how hard it is. I should have been better prepped, both physically conditioned and getting that tire done. 4 to 6 PSI on the back tire could have really helped me out a lot, but lessons learned. I did bleed the air out of my forks. So exhausted again. Now this is one of the only ways out right here. Everyone was getting stuck on. And so I wanted for it to clear out some before I went and made an attempt at it. Even though I'm going slow, I'm holding. Just perfect blend between traction and spinning. So I'm like, yes, I'm out of the pit of doom. Everyone's smoked, just like I was. So if I would have came out in a trail, I would have kept pushing. I seen this right here, and I was like, nope, I am out of here. And actually, I didn't know if I like went back where I was at in the track or anything. So it could have been scoring right up here. I've never even seen scoring. That's bad. 2 DNFs for 2024 for Pony. Oh. Seems like that always happens. I get a new bike, I do crappy. I get another new bike, I do crappy. So guess what? No new more bikes for me. This is it. Kaput. Done. Going nice, strolling back. Look at that. Perfect weather. Perfect day for racing. I'm going slow because I'm looking for my mom. She was parked over there by the starting line. I'm like, okay, where's she at? I think there was about 35 people in our starting row. Because our starting line was so wide, rather than have 2 rows of, say, 15, we had 1 mega roll of 35. There we go. There's my Durango. There's my mom's. And this is Chris's little camp.
Hey.
I'm doing bad.
Bad. That was the most horriblest hill they
You can hear my
had.
frustration.
Everyone stuck on it. Oh yeah, everyone got stuck. We all had to backtrack. It was even hard to backtrack because you're getting stuck going back the other way.
There's my mom.
Yeah, I heard somebody talking about a hill.
Wasn't in the big downhill.
Yeah.
It was another woods hill.
That's my
Wow.
my 30-second summary of my horrible time on the hill for 15 to 20 minutes. That's it. Yeah. Missing the next race. I think possibly Timber Flyers is in another 2 weeks. But it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys did better than me out there. How about that? So that's it. Ponying out. I'll be the same.